I'll comment on this for sure because I saw a weekend of Godard with my mother, and I was enraged by it, and I said, this is the most horrible thing that I've ever seen. I hate it. And over the course of maybe 2 days, it sank in on me. And I then decided that it was like my favorite movie that I'd ever seen in my life.
And it was prophetic.
And it was prophetic.
Yes, it was prophetic.
It was a great, great film. And it was a big shock to me that could happen.
I had a very interesting experience with Antonioni, which is slightly the opposite of what happened to you, because I loved his movies when they came out, because he seemed, again, like a prophet. He was showing the shape of things to come. And then about 25 years later, I went back to see his movies and hated them because the world had already become what Antonioni was predicting. And then, about 10 years later, I went back to them and again was just staggered by them.
Absolutely.
I had an interesting experience with him. There was a screening of Red Desert, which is maybe my favorite of his films. A director's cut at MoMA, and somebody took us as a surprise and didn't tell us where we were going, because Antonioni is Cindy, my wife's favorite filmmaker. And there were these little tables we sat at for dinner after the screening of the film. And strangely enough, Antonioni was at the next table and sitting all by himself. Everybody had left him, either because he only spoke Italian or French. And I went and sat next to him and said, introduced myself, and I said, this must be an amazing night for you. And he said, oh, no, I hate it tonight. I said, why? He said, there are 14 frames in the film that I can't stand. And every time I see the film, it breaks my heart that I can't do those over again.
That's the tragedy of film.